What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow S2K and I'm playing some MXGP, and it's been a while since I've uploaded anything from this game. I think I've only done one video and it deserves a little bit more justice. So I don't know, it's been a long week at work. I got home, I rarely buy beer, but I went out and bought some really enjoyable beer, and I drank an Arrogant Bastard Bomber, and then now I'm drinking a left-hand milk stout, if that matters to any of you. But some good stuff, and I'm sitting down and I want to just play this game and kind of decide, or at least talk about some of the good and bad things about the game, and what better way to do it than in this situation, you know? But yeah, let's hop in. I'm actually doing, let's see, I guess I can pull up session info. We're in Belgium and we're in the middle of qualifying, so we're going to go in on qualifying and do both races, so it's going to be a little bit longer of a video. So you have to just bear with me, but I feel like this game at least deserves that. I'm not going to do the full qualifying or anything. I'm just going to do a few laps and kind of get used to things and move on. But yeah, as far as just the basics behind the scenes, back at the shop or whatever, where you can kind of go to your calendar and look at magazines and stuff, it's all very cool, but it's also not that exciting for very long. They did a great job. Same with this right here. You got your mechanic, you can go to bike setup. I actually don't mess with this at all. I'm sure the good guys really do, but I've never found too much of a difference. And it's just it's a cool setup, and that's one good thing about this game. But when you get into the gameplay, there's some good things and bad things. Obviously, I think the tracks are fantastic. I mean, they're obviously clones or whatever, you know. They're real tracks, so that has to say for something for the design. They're obviously great tracks, and I feel like the scaling is great for the game too. There's never any real issues. They did a good job with the tracks, no doubt about it. Now, I'm going to say this at the beginning, mainly because it's one of my most important points, even though it's pretty silly. The main reason I think, and I was talking to Dio about this, was that this game, I can't believe I fell. What a rookie, huh? But this game is very, I mean, I don't know, it can be a hell of a lot of fun. It's very simple, I know, and all that stuff, but what I compare this game to is Mario Kart. And that might come off sounding absolutely ridiculous at the beginning, but honestly, Mario Kart can be a hell of a lot of fun. And if you don't agree, I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't played Mario Kart other than like old school Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 for a long time. But I actually watched a stream of a guy playing some Mario Kart on the new Wii U or something the other day. And you know what, it was actually pretty fun to watch him, and it made me realize that this game, it's obviously a little bit more simple. There's not as much to it as far as the actual traction and whatnot, and I'll get more into that in a little bit, but this game is a hell of a lot of fun to try to master what they give you. Maybe it's a little arcadey, maybe it's not exactly what you want, but you can have a lot of fun. I'm not doing it right now, but when you kind of master the game and try to figure out the fastest way to get through everything, you know, and that's where this game excels, because there's some pretty fun mechanics. And I don't know, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. It really is. When you're on this game and you're really flowing and you're hitting everything right, it feels awesome, and it's because you're just mastering what they give you. And that's why a lot of games are fun, but this one, even though it comes up short in some areas and it's a little silly, like the ground is just mush, it really is. There's no ruts you're going to hook into or anything. You're not building your own ruts that you're going to come hit next lap. And that's a negative, but you know what? It's okay, because you're just trying to master what they give you. But anyway, so let's hop more into the actual gameplay here. And I'll try to maybe finish off this lap and maybe put in a good lap. Then we'll skip to the races. But this game right here, I think the mush that I was just talking about is an issue, but it also, with the physics of this game, it works pretty nicely. My favorite thing about it, I guess my favorite two things about this game, is that you can really you can weight your outside peg. So let me see right here. Left stick, I'm turning left, but I'm putting the right stick all the way to the right. It kind of weights that peg, you know. It makes it where you're not going to slide out, leaning too far to the inside. So you're basically leaning the opposite way that you're turning. And I think, you know, you can do that in the MX vs. ATV games, but I feel like they did a good job. It's not as noticeable, not as effective, I guess, in the MX vs. ATV stuff. And another thing I do like about this game is the rear brake. So you have a rear brake, and what I normally do is I get on the front brake when I'm entering the corner, just like you would in real life. You know, you kind of use that front brake a little bit more, and then control the bike and its turning, you know, its rotation through the corner with that rear brake. So that's kind of another thing that I think is pretty special about this game, and you shouldn't just forget about. But anyway, I was gonna say, let me focus and try to get a good lap. I might just skip to the races here. Let's see. Let's just do a little bit more, get a little bit comfortable. Try to hit a couple good lines here. This is a fun jump. All right, I'm gonna skip. I promise I'm not that bad. I usually have this down pretty well. So let's skip to the race and just get straight into things here. Nice, a new helmet. All right. Anyway, there's a lot to talk about with the physics of this game, you know. I mean, there's just so much here and so much to be desired and so much good stuff in different games that it's, you know, the perfect game is a mix of all of them, to be honest. But let me take a nice swig of this left-hand milk stout. It's like a good beer to end the evening. But anyway, let's just hop in. Try to focus here. It might be a little rough at the beginning, but I'm going to try to focus pretty hard because it's easy to have a shitty moto when you're racing these guys that are pretty good. So let me just focus here. I'm going to try to brake a little bit later than them. I'll probably push a wide line though, but just don't want to slide out. It's easy to slide out in that first corner. I actually did pretty good. That's great. I'm right behind Hurlings here. Try to get up. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm doing good. It's going to be easy to make a mistake, so let me just try to... Whoa there. Try to be consistent. I'm trying to scrub that too hard. Launch this all the way to the inside in front of Hurlings, hard on that front brake, and then I kind of tap the rear brake on the way out. Whoa, that was a little sketchy. Wait that outside peg. If you guys kind of followed how I explained it before, if you're not familiar with the game, it's awesome when you see somebody do it right. Crash out in the lead. Okay, let me focus a little bit more than I was. I'm just blabbing about nonsense, I guess, but... Let's just try to watch what the bike's doing and know I'm just controlling the balance. The steering's a little stiff, but all games kind of are now. Just try to see what we can do as far as having a battle with some guys. Wait that outside peg. There we go. Clear that. I'm going to take the wide line here. I'm leaning all the way to the left right now to counterbalance my turn. Nice, I was able to do the good drive. I got on it a little bit harder, like cut under. Oh, you can see. This game, you can really have some good battles, man. I mean, you can have a hell of a lot of fun in it. It's just not the perfect game, you know, and nothing's the perfect game. They all excel in their own ways, and that's, I guess, the biggest thing that I wanted to get across in this video. This game can get hated on, whatever, just like a lot of other games, Alive being one of them. But they have some really great things about them, man, and it's a moto game. It's what better fun can you have? You just have to play them with open minds, you know? It's hard to do that, but you just have to. Usually you cannot get away with crashing and staying this far up in the lead. I'm getting a little lucky right now, I think, with my bike kind of blocking the path or something. But let's try to focus down and charge here. I keep going on rants about the game. Keep over jumping that too. Gotta clear this. Oh man, we get into it. He cut in pretty hard there. Back into the lead. Let's see if I can put in a good lap here. Try to pull a little bit of a gap. It's always hard. You can see some of these gaps are hard to hit at the perfect speed, which is good. It's another positive for this game. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things I don't like about this game, but I'm trying to highlight some of the good things about it because I think it deserves it. You know. Trying to scrub stuff a little bit too hard. I need to be a little bit more patient here. Man, I usually do not do this good. I've done this race before, same difficulty, and I've had to reset or restart the race a handful of times. Hard on the brakes. You can see my back end actually coming up a little bit. It's so fun when you're sliding. You lean into the corner, and then as soon as you start sliding, kind of lean the opposite direction to counter steer it, even though you're not steering. Counterweight it would be, I guess, what you're doing. Oh man, that was close. You can see I'm having a decent flow right now, right there, back end out. Gonna have to really hit this hard, no scrub. And let's try to put in a good last lap here. I usually don't do this well. It's a little bit more difficult. The second moto is definitely gonna have a little bit more action. This one turned out pretty good for me. Still lose it though. But I want to hit a good lap. So much fun, man. I love. They just did a great job with weighting that outside peg. It's so effective that you have to use it, man. I think the only way to be fast is to use it. Look at that. That's perfect, man. See, if you hit these corners good, man, it's such a good feeling. It's great, you know. It's not my perfect game. I think there's a lot of other games are heading in a direction that I prefer a little bit more, but if you sit down and just enjoy this, man, this game is it's a lot of fun. Over jump, nice. Over jump with a big scrub. Scrub the opposite direction. Try to hit this outside. Always want to clear this. That saves you some time. It's easy to come up short like you saw me do there. Big right hand sweeper. I think we're getting more towards the finish line. I'm going to launch this time. Let's go a little bit wide. Try to hook it. Yeah. That's awesome. Big scrub. Don't even get me started on the air controls in this game. I'm surprised I haven't talked about that yet. At least I don't think I have. The scrub mechanic is garbage. It's you know, just like a live. It has a predetermined scrub, and that sucks. You know, reflex is great because you can use the physics of the game to throw that bike around and actually scrub. You're doing the actual basics of scrubbing in real life. You're doing everything that you would do in the game, and it really works, you know, and that's always cool. And these games are lacking that, and I hope Supercross heads in that direction. 25 points, can't complain. Let's move on to the second moto here. Just gonna go straight into it. But anyway, the scrub mechanic and the whip is great. I mean, reflex does a good job, but if you can imagine reflex but a little bit more smoothed out, that's the proper game. Okay, let's just dive into this race and just focus on purely the gameplay of this. No more comparisons or anything. Let's just go for it and see what this game's all about here. Nice and wide. Try to outbrake them. Similar start to last time, not bad. I don't want to get into any dumb wrecks, so I'm going to give him a little bit of space. A little sloppy there, actually. See if I can still launch this. Gonna come up a little bit short. Can't believe I'm pulling the lead here. Let's just try to haul ass right now. If we go down, it's all good. It's really fun to rail that corner. I keep overjumping this. I need to slow down for it a little bit more. Carrying lots of speed here. Scrub right. You can see I'm getting a good flow now. I'm going to just kind of focus into the gameplay. I'm hitting the landings nice and smooth. Scrub the opposite direction. Oh man, I just tucked the front wheel. I cannot believe that I'm doing this good. I've never done this good. But let's just focus on the physics of the game right now. I'm weighting that outside peg, and you can see I'm not going down, and I'm just full throttle right there, but you have to weight that outside peg or it's impossible. But on some of this tight stuff right here, lean into the corner and then lean out just to make sure you're not going to go down. It's just easy to slide out if you're just leaning into the corner. I'll go full lean in here. Sometimes you can get away with it like that, but other times you slide out. So you always want to kind of balance it with that counter steering. You can see the scrubs. They're kind of cool when you hit one perfect, but other than that, it's garbage. And the guys that made this game have to know that that's garbage. I mean, a predetermined scrub is not how you add style to a game. And what makes better? I mean, think about like Call of Duty. Obviously, that's so huge for obvious reasons. You can kind of do it your own way. You can run around, and the guys that make montages are a perfect example, you know? You wanna go a sniper montage. You wanna get really good at that, you know. But this, it just doesn't work that way. Oh shit. You don't have any sort of like your own skill. The way you do things that is unique and exciting. You know, it's just go as fast as you can. But kind of brings you back to Mario Kart. It's like it's the same way, man. But damn, that shit is awesome. I can't believe I'm in the lead through this. I struggled to win before. Oh, a little too wide. Always gotta clear this. Let's see, I'm cutting actually a pretty good line here. And it's all about waiting that outside peg. It's fun when you actually get some sliding going on. A little short, that's alright. Just full throttle into here. Should be clearing that. Man, I'm just flowing right now. I think I'm riding pretty quick. I don't know what my lap times are. Probably nothing competitive, but let's try to see how quick I can go here. Just try to hit the perfect lap. If I crash, who cares? Try to use the whole track here. Cut in, nice. Oh, that's how you slide out. Alright, we might actually have a battle for the win here. Good thing. Big scrub. Oh, no, no, no! It's all gone downhill. I'm going to have to really haul ass if I'm going to win this thing. Holy crap. That's alright. Let's see what the AI is like in these battles. You can have a lot of fun with these guys. Holy shit. Not after all of this. No! You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna have to have like the best lap of my life. Big scrub. There we go. Hold my speed. Oh, no, no, no! There's the leader right there. Come on. Oh, I just threw it away. I just literally threw it away right there. It all falls apart at the end, right? It's alright. Maybe I can get around this guy here. Here's the finish. Oh, I tried. That's okay. Third place. I guess I deserved that for just blabbing, but you can see there's some good things about this game, some bad things about it, but man, the fun with this game is all about trying to master it. Obviously, I didn't do it there, but it's all about sitting down and going as fast as the game will allow you. And that's what this game's all about, and it has some good things about it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this kind of more long, drawn-out, rambly video, but yeah. Thank you. Peace out.